Hi Pisces, welcome. So Pisces, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So Pisces, let's see what the overall crowning energy is for you and the person you're connecting with. Okay, this is your card, the Numinous. So this is Piscean energy, which I find is a good sign for your own reading, right? So this is talking about the unknown, the unknowable, psychic abilities. It talks about oneness, the collective, but it also talks about shadow work and kind of getting in touch with the lighter parts of yourself, the more spiritual parts of yourself, but also the parts of yourself that have yet to be healed, that have yet to be released, that maybe need some work, right? The ego part of yourself as well. This is talking about also utilizing your intuition, as all may not be exactly what it seems right now, Pisces. So let's get into it, and see. Your crowning energy is the Page of Swords, which is so interesting because I just literally got done saying all may not be what it seems. So there's some level of like mystery here, Pisces, when it comes to this person or this connection. And then they have the Page of Pentacles. So both of you showing up as pages, which tells me that there's a lot of potential here, or untapped potential maybe, when it comes to the connection, or just in general right now, both of you are having like potential new beginnings, all right? Sometimes this can also talk about like something being underdeveloped, all right? So again, there's this growth potential that wants to come through for you, but I also feel like the person you're connecting with. And yet there's this weird energy around this card as well, as far as like, sometimes because this can talk about like reading in between the lines too much, like a gossipy type of energy. So be careful with that, Pisces. But I feel like both of you are kind of looking to have some sort of new beginning during this time frame. I feel like one of you might be looking on the bright side right now, and one of you might be a little bit in your pessimism. I'm actually picking it up as you being the more analytical / pessimistic one, but because it's a general reading, feel free to flip it if you need to. So let's go ahead and get into it and see, Pisces. We're going to look at the recent past energy, what led up to the now moment. Then we are going to look at current energy and how you're both viewing each other. And then what's going on in the heart space and most likely future outcome. So, Pisces, recent past energy. You have the Strength card here. Death and rebirth. There seems to be like a lot of distractions going on in the environment as well, or like maybe having a hard time focusing during this time frame, Pisces. So you may find yourself like lost in thought or easily distracted, all right? Or maybe that's how you are in general. I don't know. All right, so you have the Strength card, the Death card, the Queen of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Three of Wands. So this is a powerful energy here. So I feel like in the moments leading up into the now, you might have been working on your strengths, you know, feeling more confident in where you are at in your life, even though you may have been going through some changes with some pretty important aspects of your personality is what I'm getting, or some pretty important aspects of your life may have been going through some sort of like transformative stage. I feel like you, though, being pretty firm in who you are and how you feel and what you're going to give your focus to. Some of you may have been a little bit hesitant or resistant to anything that seemed like risky or that wasn't comfortable to you. So they're actually giving me the word risk avoidant. So not that you're not capable of taking risks and putting yourself out there. I just feel like in the recent past, you may have been more geared toward the tried, the true, the comfortable, what feels more familiar to you. Pisces. So some of you may have like passed on some opportunities to maybe go outside your comfort zone, or just wasn't interested, right? Like I feel like, again, if something felt like it had too much risk around it, or it just didn't sit right with you, I just feel like you kind of not being open to that, or passing on that opportunity or that person or whatever. And yet I also feel like there's another opportunity coming through here in the month of October for you to maybe relook at that situation, or re-examine something that maybe you weren't really open to in the past. Excuse me, my earring just came out. So we will see. Let's go into this person's recent past energy, Pisces, and see where they're at. Where are my Pisces? Whoa. 5 of Wands. The Emperor. I have that Lizzo song in my head, and I didn't think it was related to this reading, but like it won't go away. It's all over the radio though, so take it or leave it. Where she says, in a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy in my pussy, yes. All right, sorry. Okay, so 5 of Wands, the Emperor, and the 6 of Pentacles. I had to get it out because it kept playing in the back of my head. But in particular, the part that is overriding that is the part where she says, I'm way too blessed to be this stressed. So maybe you can relate to that, Pisces. All right, so 5 of Wands, the Emperor, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles. So this person has been working on themselves. Okay, so I'm getting words like to shore themselves up, or to reassure themselves, or maybe to reassure you. Like this person may have been going through this phase where they needed more reassurance, or maybe they were able to provide that to you in the past. There's something here about the word reassurance, so take it or leave it. You know, I feel like this person has battled though with their inner critic, their inner self. I get a sense that like this person can be very intense, okay, when they need to be or when they want to be. But then at the same time, sometimes that intensity comes off as combative, or sometimes it can lead to drama or conflict. So I don't know if that's been something this person has struggled with in the past, or that's been an issue with you in this connection. But I just feel like I'm hearing I can't help it. So I feel like this person can't even help the fact that they just have this very intense persona, or there's something about this person's energy that just feels very like in your face to me, okay? But at the same time, I feel like this person has a soft heart underneath all of that, where they actually are very generous, all right? They actually do care. But it's like when they care, they really, really care. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this could be someone where there is no middle ground. There's no gray area. It could be very black and white with them. Like a very intense energy showing up, all right? Or at least that's what they're embodying in the month of October. So let's go into then the current energy and see, Pisces, what's going on there and what's going on in your headspace when you think about this person. The 2 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. The 7 of Wands. So there might have been a little bit of back and forth going on in your mind about the connection, or just kind of in general weighing things out in your life. There is a sense of like wanting more peace, wanting more solace, wanting more solitude, or maybe just some quiet time to yourself, okay, would be beneficial to you during this time period. To like refill your cup, re-energize yourself, right? To get your mind right is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of loving energy that is showing up here, and it's coming from within you, though. So I feel like you kind of going into this space, Pisces, where you are feeling more open and to receiving or open to giving love, or maybe you're just in this part of your life right now where you're really getting in touch with your emotions and love in general being important to you. But I feel like they're giving me the word essence. There's something about your essence that seems more approachable or more loving or more soft, okay? And this is actually manifesting more love into your life, all right? Like you're attracting love because you're in the energy or essence of love. Some of you is because you're in love, maybe with another person or this person, but it could also be there's another group of you that are just in love with life right now, or in just in that space where you're just feeling the love. Why are they giving me the Lion King? I'm getting you know that song from Lion King? Can you feel the love tonight? Oh, wow. This is an interesting reading. All right, so I mean, as it pertains to this person, like I said, I feel like you've been spending more time focused on you, right? But I do feel like you being in this loving space and having love and emotions to share with this person, should they be receptive to that. So 8 of Cups and how this person is perceiving the connection and the current energy, the Knight of Swords. 5 of Swords. And then the 5 of Cups. Wow, okay. Immediately I heard, don't want to live with regret. Don't want to live with regrets. I feel like this person has maybe FOMO, fear of missing out, or fear of regret. And yet, if they rush things or they push things before they're ready, it most certainly will end up in regret. So I feel like there's like this impulsive nature about this person, especially if they have heavy fire placements or fire in their moon and rising or sun. But it doesn't have to be. It's a general reading. I just feel like because maybe sometimes they're impulsive, yeah, they do say things or do things that maybe they later regret. And that's something that they're needing to heal within themselves, that they're needing to mature around, okay? Some of you are kind of skeptical about the connection, or maybe there's some unknowns or something about the connection that makes you go, because they're giving me that song, makes you go, things that make you go, you know, man, I'm getting all kinds of songs today, so... This person may have created some space here emotionally or distanced themselves, but I feel like they really want to communicate, especially if they have went through something that was painful to them, or they have regret here. I feel like they're wanting to communicate that or have some sort of conversation around that. And this is a side note, okay, so this is not going to be for all of you. I don't usually get this specific, but if this person walked away from the connection to go in a different direction, but then they ended up failing or somehow getting rejected or something fell apart about that situation, they may be trying to come back to rectify things with you, Pisces, but be careful about that, right? Like if someone... I'm just going to leave it there. Okay. So I feel like if that's for you, you kind of know. Yeah, because I feel like this person has recently went through a situation that may have felt like defeat to them or defeated them, or, you know, I'm getting words like defeat, hopeless, helpless, regret. I mean, I don't know how many different words I can get. And that's kind of the space that they've recently been in or coming from. And so I could get why you would be a little bit skeptical about, you know, their intentions, I guess. Like, especially if they left to go be in another connection and now they're coming back because it didn't work out, you know? And I'm not saying that's the situation for all of you, but again, you would know if that was the case. But either way, there's something here that this person has went through that is the primary reason for why they are coming forward or communicating something. And it could be that they did things around the connection that they will later regret. Really? I can't get away from this message, guys. I'm sorry. That they will later regret. Or they have a fear of that. Fear of missing out. That's what's coming through again. Oh, goodness. All right, let's go into the heart space and see, Pisces, what's going on in the heart space. All right, so in the emotional space, you have the 10 of Cups, 9 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, Pisces. Give me one more. All right, 2 more. 6 of Cups. And the 3 of Pentacles. So I feel a lot of stability coming in here for you, Pisces. I feel, again, the sense of like wanting comfort, wanting people around you that are familiar to you, that understand you. This is like also a sense of belonging, okay? A sense of being grounded, this also talks about commitments. And yeah, I do feel there is stressors going on here, Pisces, and it has to deal with the past. However, I do feel like you're working through that. So there does seem to be some things that tend to creep up on you, that have the ability to kind of get to your headspace, to make you worry or to stress you out. But I feel for the most part, you being in this comfortable space with yourself, or maybe some of you it's like being comfortable in your environment where you have the time, you have the capacity, you have the mental space, right, to kind of work through what you need to work through on an emotional level. And because you have a solid foundation here, right? So I don't feel like you're in this big state of flux or like that you're being rushed. I actually feel like you will not even allow yourself to be rushed. Like most of you are like, I will go at my own pace at my own time. Or if not, you do need to prioritize that into your life and go at your own pace, Pisces. But I honestly feel like for the most part, you being on solid ground here and receiving support from the universe, but also like the supportive environment or this group of people or person that wants to help you or build with you here, Pisces. So it actually looks really beautiful on your end. Let's see what's going on in this person's heart space. The Death and Rebirth card. King of Pentacles. Wow, am I going to get any card? Look, I just like totally spaced out as well. Did I say earlier I felt like this kind of distracted, like spacey type of vibe? Like I'm like sitting here recording a reading, like doo-doo-doo. I just had like a total zone out moment there, guys. I'm sorry. Then the Fool, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the World, the King of Pentacles. Wow. Holy cannolis. All right, so this person has definitely been through some sort of change or transformation or ending when it comes to love and relationships, whether that's with you or outside of the connection. It's changed their perspective, right? And yet I feel like it has also accomplished some sort of karmic completion here. This person is looking to have some sort of new beginning, and I feel them getting fired up about it, you know, really thinking things through. You might be a person of interest to this person, but I'm hearing the word interested. There's something interesting or this person is interested in the connection, or I don't know, something around that. This person, okay, really? I'm sorry, I keep getting interrupted. They want to pull out all the stops, or they're capable of doing that. I'm getting words like ferocious and intense. I just feel like this person has a very intense energy, and yet offstandish at the same time. Isn't that interesting? So it could also be like this person only shows certain sides of themselves to people they're familiar with or people they feel connected to. I just feel, yeah, there's a lot of passion here, right? And I heard warm-hearted and something about embrace. Yet they have, I feel like underneath all of this, I feel like this is someone who has like a hard candy shell, right? But like they're all ooey and gooey inside. Like if you really were to get to know this person, you would see like their heart space is well-intending or well-meaning, even though I kind of feel like this person may even come off like a train wreck. I am so sorry to your cross-watcher. I'm not saying these things to be mean. I'm just saying, like, there's something about, like, that. I can't help what I'm getting, right? And I mean, look at all these cards. Look at all these different personas as well that this person can have. So, you know how some people, it's like their personalities may seem like very bland, or I hate to call people boring, but everybody knows people like that just seem bland, or they're consistent, right? But they're always kind of the same. This is not one of those people. This is someone who, I heard flavor, who has a lot of different aspects to them, a lot of different parts of their personality. This would be somebody who would be interesting, okay? And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, you tell me. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. And in their heart space, they seem a little bit scattered. They seem a little bit all over the place, if I'm being honest. So let's go into the most likely future outcome, Pisces, and see what we have coming through here. And keep in mind, all the future outcomes can be changed with free will. You're in the driver's seat, no one else. The wheel. Oh, really? No. I'm sorry, I cannot take all of those. That would be another 30 minutes right there. All right, 8 of Wands. All right, the Sun. Let's get one more. King of Cups. Queen of Cups. Wow. Some of you have met your match, okay? You would know if this person is resonating with you as a match. Others of you, this is just like getting that feeling in alignment with yourself and where you're at right now. Like I said earlier, there's a sense of calm coming through. There's a sense of ease. There's a sense of happiness. There's a sense of optimism. And it's funny because you started the reading in kind of like the skeptical, a little bit mysterious type of energy, but I feel like as the fog lifts, right, and we go through this month, then things seem a lot clearer, okay, or you're getting some sort of clearer picture here, and it's like all good, Pisces, feeling lucky, things moving forward, good conversations or communication, reasons to be happy, feeling like things are coming easily to you, or that life has a certain rhythm to it, right? That makes you at ease, that gives you a sense of like relief, you know? We all need like moments like this of ease and joy, and really life should feel more like that more often, but we do tend to get bogged down in the problem of things, and we sometimes naysay our own blessings. But I feel like during this month, you actually being in the space of being receptive and open and alignment, and so much to be grateful for and happy and like loving, and it's like oozing out of you, okay? Especially for my feminine Pisces, but take this as it resonates. It's a general read, but it just seems so natural. Sorry, they're giving me a song. You make me feel like a natural woman. All right, let's go to this person's energy. The High Priestess. 3 of Wands. Okay, and I don't know. I also heard good looking out. Good looking out. I don't know if that's something you say, something this person says, or maybe somebody will say that to you, or maybe that's just spirit saying good job looking out for yourself. I don't know. The High Priestess, the 3 of Wands, the Page of Swords. Really? Why? The King of Cups. So Pisces, I feel like the person you're connecting with, right? They are having some sort of internal battle with themselves. It's between their higher self and their lower self. Like, I feel like this person has this ability to be very intuitive and perceptive and get what they want, but they also sometimes let their ego override their intuition, and then that causes blockages, right? Or sometimes they come from a place of lack. I actually got the word desperation. No, do not give me that. Now I hear Desperado. It's a song. And once that song gets into my head, it's over with, because then that song will stay on loop. But what is that song about? Desperado. You better come to your senses. You've been out riding fences for far too long. That could be like what's happening here. Wow. Sometimes it may also be hard to tell like what this person is thinking or feeling. I feel like this person is trying to move forward from some sort of change or ending that has really drained them energetically and maybe even mentally exhausted this person. And that could be why there's this erratic energy around them. They want this new beginning so bad, right? And I feel it's coming in for them, but I also feel like they overcomplicate things. Like sometimes that intensity works for them and sometimes it works against them. And so they're needing to find some sort of balance here between the shadow and the light, you know, of themselves. This person is waiting for their ships to come in. And intuitively, I feel like they know, right, that something's coming in for them. But then they get skeptical about that, or they end up getting into their emotions and they get impatient, you know, and so then that ends up exhausting them. And I feel like this is kind of an exhausting emotional cycle that they have going on right now that they may or may not even be consciously aware of, right? So there's some unconscious behavior showing up for this person as well. And that's why they're being pushed into the shadow or to do some sort of shadow work so that they can work through that, so that they can stabilize their energy and that they can have this lucky break or this new beginning here that they're wanting. And they're in a very different energy than you, Pisces. So I just feel like Don't let it pull you out of alignment. It's not your job to shore someone else up, but it is your job to make sure you stay in a loving space, right? So yeah, this person is going to take some sort of action or looking to take some sort of action, but I don't feel it's fully well thought out, so it may come and bite them in the butt, unfortunately. But at the same time, they're being encouraged to stay optimistic, to look at the bright side, to not let themselves be their own worst critic, because that's really what hinders this person, is being too critical on themselves and not enjoying life enough and not being a little bit lighter about things and just allow themselves to be happy. And that's kind of what they're being called towards during this time frame. So let's see what the guidance is, Pisces, for you first. Stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it, and by doing so, you will be the victor. Oops. Let's see. And then you had hello from heaven and trust. So this says, while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on a boundless opportunity. Trust. So this is a mixture of standing your ground and also trusting your intuition. I feel like this person is the one that needs to kind of trust a little bit more that things are working out for them, because I feel like sometimes they believe that and sometimes they don't. And it's that wavering that creates that ripple in their energy. And I feel like for you, it's more so about standing your ground and staying where you are, where it's easy to be in alignment, where it's easy to feel good, because it's your turn to feel good, Pisces. Wow, zodiac signs you could be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Leo here. Let's see, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Aries again, Pisces. Can we do another Pisces? Leo again, Cancerian energy. Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Gemini energy. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Pisces. And until next time, my friends, namaste.